Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your soul reading. In this reading, we're going to explore your unique magic and power as a Cancerian. So, first and foremost, you are water sign. So, your most powerful chakra is going to be the sacral chakra, which is the water chakra, and that is where you are going to generate a lot of your power and magic. That is where you are the strongest. But also being a water sign ruled by the moon, you guys are the empaths of all empaths. Cancers can feel much deeper than any other water sign. Like Scorpio goes pretty deep, but they explore a different sort of waters than Cancer. Cancer is the empath of all empaths and like the spiritual healer. And many of you, this may manifest through physical careers of a healing nature. But aside from that, you are a healer of the soul. That is just a natural part of who you are, being born under the Cancer sun, this life journey. And so something that's very special about you being the empath of all empaths is you really understand people like nobody else. You understand their pain. Like, you don't have to have lived through a certain experience, circumstance, or situation to be able to feel inside somebody else and be able to stand exactly in their shoes. And most people can't properly empathize unless they've gone through a situation or circumstance personally. But you guys, even other empaths, like, they can feel and sense the pain, but you guys have this amazing, extraordinary ability to stand in one's shoes on a journey that you've never walked through, circumstances, situations, and energies you've never experienced. You can understand perfectly and precisely why they are acting the way they're acting, thinking the way they're thinking, behaving the way that they are. You have an ability to understand any person. Some people might just rub you the wrong way initially, so you throw up your wall and you're just not interested and you go on about your business. But nobody can hide from you, Cancer. And one thing about you also that is a bit unique is every person who crosses your path that you have some sort of direct contact with, even if it's a very short conversation in passing, that person is always a part of your soul moving forward, meaning from that point on, you will pick up on information about them, you'll feel them at times, and you can tap in to how they're doing, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, even if there is vast distance between the two of you or many years of not speaking. It's like you can travel emotionally to fill out another person, and that's because of that water energy of the sacral chakra. It's flowing, it moves and touches all things, and that's who you are, Cancer. This one soul, with this soul that's a vast ocean and can sense every single thing within this ocean and the movement of it and why it's moving that way. So your capacity to fill out situations and people is extraordinary. And one thing that you might suffer is because of the depth of your empathic ability, you will struggle with boundaries, knowing where you end and where somebody else begins. And, being empathic without any sort of boundary can cause a lot of darkness and pain in your life. And because you're made the way you're made and you can stand in anybody's shoes, you don't have any sort of discernment or in your early years of who you can help and who you can't, or who you should immerse your energies with and who you shouldn't. You just feel. Your perception, the way you experience life, is by feeling everything. And because you feel everything, even if somebody's nasty and mean, you're always going to feel the good part of them, even if it doesn't show through their personality in the 3D realm. You're going to feel that divinity of their soul, and that's just what you're going to attract to first in anybody. So you might ignore that shadow energy, because you realize that dark and light exists inside everybody, being the empath of all empaths. But you really focus on and attract to the light inside somebody, and you can see the potential of anyone. And so You may find that you have a lot of broken birds, so to speak, that show up at your door, and you take them in and you heal them with your love. And sometimes that creates lifelong connections and relationships, and other times you feel like you get totally used up and burned, and it hurts you because you were so open and real, and you brought so much, and like, how could you take advantage of me? So other than the moon, let's see what planet is strongly influencing you and assisting you this life. Nice. So we have Jupiter, and this is your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. So Cancer, you have good luck and good fortune on your side naturally this lifetime. And being born as a Cancer, you know, you are an evolved soul. In order to be able to live a lifetime being the empath of empaths, being able to just feel all the energies of the whole world and everything within it, you are going to need some extra help from the higher realms, because that's a lot of energy to deal with. Because not only do you sense that, you transmute that energy in other people. Okay, you are like a soul cleaner, a soul healer, and as you bring that to other people, that generates such beautiful energy of return to you. And what that means is, you know, in all situations, no matter what, something is going to come through for you. You're never truly going to fall all the way and hit the bottom. That's not to say that you won't, you know, experience some hard times in this life, because that's part of all journeys in the 3D realm. That's how we evolve and expand and grow. But there's this special energy around you of luck, of magic. There's people who probably have said, like, you are magic, Cancer. You think it happens, or things just always work out for you. You're saved at the last minute. Like, something just always comes through for you when you need it the most. And it's because of past life evolution. And you brought that beautiful net of luck and protection because of the work you're doing through the sacral chakra, which is, you know, bringing that healing and that balance and that light to others through the way that you understand and you empathize, and you have the right words, you have the advice that everybody needs. It just comes to you, it just flows to you. You're also incredibly creative, and you are creative, like, you're talented at many different gifts. But if you choose to really focus your energy towards one, you can make a lot come of that. So look at which house in your natal chart Jupiter occupies, because that is going to be an emphasis of where you're going to receive a lot of good luck this life journey. All right, let's pull a house card and see what other area of life is significant for you. Okay, so we have the second house. Nice. If you have Jupiter in your second house, or Jupiter in Taurus, you're going to have a lot of luck with money and resources and abundance. Okay, there's a point in this life journey where you're meant to live quite comfortably. All that beautiful love that you put out there, all that transmuting of energy that you do for others, it like returns to you in big waves at different points along your life journey, with the second house being emphasized. And if Jupiter is in your second house in your natal chart or in Taurus, that is a big strong message of extra luck for you. So let's pull a card to see what energy is going to challenge you the most, or you may struggle the most against this lifetime. Okay, so interesting. We have Sagittarius, and Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. And this says, the energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. So Cancer, because you are so sensitive and you just feel everything, there's times upon your journey where you may like get angry with spirit, get angry with the universe about the sadness and the pain and the darkness in the world, but also, different things that you encounter. It's like, why, spirit? Why does this happen to me when, I bring all this love and I bring all this healing, and nobody loves and cares more than I do. Like, there are points of frustration, of great confusion, because you are so sensitive that I feel the pain of the world, the darkness of the world will overwhelm you and overstimulate you at times. And when you are really close to somebody and they're going through it, you own it as if you're going through it too. So not only are you dealing with the energy of living your own life, you deal with the energy of everybody else you are very closely connected to as well. So for you guys, some of you, it's like you're living 5 or 10 different lives at one time, because you're so deeply immersed in the people that you love and care for, and it can get very overwhelming for you. So it's vital, Cancer, that when you get in that space of feeling very frustrated, feeling alone, feeling angry with spirit and the universe, that you recognize that as a sign of your energy being way distorted, and you need to balance by meditation and bringing your energy back down to a solid level, because you're water, you flow. The way you perceive life is through emotion, and not everybody who is here perceives through emotion in general, and only Cancerians or other water signs perceive through the depth of emotion. But Cancer, you guys take the cake because you're ruled by the moon. You guys feel anything and everything, and it gets overwhelming, and that is your biggest struggle. But Spirit says if you meditate frequently and connect with the spirits frequently, you will always find your clarity. You will always find your inner balance. And like I said, there's moments in life where you get these tidal waves of return of energy in a very positive sense. So let's pull some more cards. Communication, timeout, and integrity. All right. So this communication is talking about how you, being water, you are communicating with, all things at all times, especially the things you are closest with, and that gets overwhelming for you. Okay. Also here with the timeout, when you're feeling that sense of overwhelmment, you need to take a step out. And the integrity there, people and their actions and their choices, Cancer, you cannot get caught up in your head about them. It will make you crazy, because you feel everything. And if you hurt and harm another person, even if they deserve it, you feel that pain you inflicted. So you're not apt to behave in that fashion, in that capacity. Therefore, it makes you really question, like, where am I? What is this barbaric, savage land called Earth? Everybody is so horrible and mean and disconnected and power hungry and greedy, and let me step on you and let me hurt you and let me take from you. And it really hurts your heart. It's like, where's the integrity of the collective of humanity? What's going on in this place? And it just, the darkness, the collective darkness can really pull you down, Cancer. And when you're feeling that, don't get caught up in the analyzing of that energy, because that's not the cloth you were cut from. You weren't made to exist that. Like that shadow energy, Scorpios can navigate that energy without it penetrating them to the capacity that it gets to you. And that's earlier in the reading when I spoke about that, about them, going into the darker energies. They can explore the darkness, the evilness of somebody's energy without it penetrating them and infecting them. And you, Cancer, you're not able to do that. If you try to go into those dark energies and overanalyze and explore, it will start to really get to you in a very bad, negative way, because you are meant to exist in the light. That's who you are. That's the essence of your soul, and the magic that you bring to others through the way that you can just immerse yourself into them, into any situation, moment. That's your gift, Cancer. You're not meant to go into somebody's darkness. You cannot save everybody. It's truly an inside job. You can be a beacon of light. You can be a source of inspiration, love, support, and guidance. But if somebody does not want to heal themselves or help themselves, you cannot love them enough. They will just take from you, and it will drain your energy and put you in that space of overanalyzing and questioning the human race and what's all this crazy about. Like, you are so sensitive. Remember that when you go into that space, it's not because that is the predominant energy on the earth plane. It's because we're thinking about it too much. We're feeling too much of that darkness, which means we need to pull our energies together through meditation so we can come back above the surface. You are a healer, Cancer. You are a light bringer. And another thing with Scorpios, like, they are an energy to call other people to the carpet and bring them, to the forefront of their darkness and own it and recognize it. And you are an energy to bring somebody to their light after the transformation of recognizing their darkness. Eight of Swords. Sometimes you wish you could have a cage around you to not have to feel everything. The Fool. Eight of Wands. Three of Pentacles. And Page of Swords. All right. As much as you wish to disconnect from the world, Cancer, no. The way that you feel and sense things is truly a gift that not a lot of people possess. And you coming into a new frame of mind about you and the way you're made, then you just flow. All right, with this Eight of Wands, you just flow. And also with the Eight of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, that talks about that tidal wave of abundance that's going to come to you multiple times through your life. But here with the Page of Swords, you cannot let the lack of evolution, the lack of light in others, make you wonder what's the point of your own. That's why you're here, is because so many people, their light is so dim. It's so small. But here are you're a full blazing fire. And the way that you're made, you fill everything out, and you always understand and you always heal. It's like whether you're male or female, you're the divine mother. Like, that's the energy that I feel about you, the compassion, the understanding, the empathy, the desire for true happiness and good in others and them reaching their highest potential. Like, that is who you are. And you may wish it away at times because it is overwhelming, but Cancer, do not. You are special. That is a quality that Spirit put in you, and you have mastered it over lifetimes, and it's your greatest gift to humanity, is the light in which you are, and it will always return to you, but in like tidal waves. So when you're feeling that big blessing, know that's all your own beautiful energy returning right back to you, Cancer. Let's pull some more cards. All right, we have Pegasus of Spica. And you know what? I was like thinking of this card when I was shuffling. I was like, is this what's going to come out? Is this Pegasus of Spica? And here it is. And oh, Cancer, this is beautiful. This is all about healing wounds and trauma. And so, you know, sitting on Jupiter, you have a nice council of beings that project healing energy to you at all times. All right, because of how much you absorb, they help you really filter through all of that. But this, the Pegasus of Spica, that is what you bring to others, the healing of deep, old emotional baggage and wounds. And, you know, you guys know when you need to be very soft and gentle, and you know when somebody needs a bit of like a tougher approach to bring forth the healing and understanding. You guys have a gift. The way that you read others is so special, and I know it's overwhelming, but Cancer, embrace it. Pegasus of the Sunflower. I'm not surprised to see this. This is, you know, what you bring to the world, but this is the light is now coming in. You know, one of your tidal waves of abundance and happiness is on its way to you from past deeds and efforts upon you watching this video. Oh, nice. And now we have the golden spirit of Pegasus. This is all about your solar plexus chakra, which is the fire chakra, and it's right above the sacral. And you are, your most powerful chakra is your sacral chakra, which is your empathy, your compassion, your healing, your creativity, your passion, giving things life. The only thing here is I feel in the past you have lacked some self-esteem, you've lacked some confidence, you've felt very disempowered, and a lot of that has to do with being overwhelmed. And so it's important that you spend some time after watching this reading working on your solar plexus chakra, your fire chakra. And you guys, because of your awareness of others, it's almost like a fear of the power of that chakra, because the fire chakra is the most intense and most powerful chakra we have. And yielded properly, it creates great things. It brings life to its leadership. It's reaching highest potential. But when it's spun out of control, it's so destructive. That's when people get very greedy, very power hungry, very dominating. All right. And so you've seen the destruction that type of energy causes. And so you guys don't tap into the solar plexus power as deeply as you should, because you're like subconscious, your spirit knows how crazy that energy can get, and you've witnessed it firsthand in others that had a very distorted solar plexus, and their fire burns everybody, and you never want that to happen. Like, you never want to inflict a wound or be the reason somebody's carrying emotional baggage around in their heart. Like, you absolutely pull away from that. But this is learning boundaries. This is learning that sometimes it's okay to say no, that you don't have to help everybody. You can only do what you can do in any given moment, and that has to be enough. You require replenishment and nourishment too, Cancer. And like I said, the more connections, close connections you have in your life, it's like you're living multiple lives, because you feel everything as they feel and experience it. All right. So balancing and healing of the solar plexus, the fire chakra, and embracing the power of it, and trusting that you have the evolution and wisdom and understanding of how to properly yield that energy. All right, let's pull some more cards. Also, make sure you guys are getting out in the sun a little bit each day and really absorbing. Like, I feel your batteries get charged, your energy gets charged from the sun more so than you would think. And that will also help with the solar plexus. So look at that life, breath. That's what you bring. You breathe life into everything, Cancer. And as you transmute those darker energies, you breathe the life of light into things. Next is bravery and oceans. So you are an ocean, right? And, you know, the path that you walk, most people couldn't. It takes a lot, Cancer. You need to have more love for yourself, have more admiration for yourself and who you are and what you do and what you bring to others. Like, you really need to love yourself more. And next, oh, look at that. We have light and the sun. What a beautiful card after the message we just got about this, right? So all this yellow energy, your fire chakra, you give life by putting light into things. Cancer, that's who you are, and it's time to fully embrace your personal empowerment. And through this, it's like you have this big, beautiful expansion, and things that you didn't do or didn't try out of fear, you recognize that now, and you're going to be willing to take risks through this Fool energy where you weren't in the past, learning how to put those boundaries down around your emotions. Like, some of you may be agoraphobic even, just because you pick up on energy so much. It's like, nope, I do not want to leave my house. I don't want to be around people. Like, it could be very overwhelming. And if you have anxiety like that and you are agoraphobic and you've always wondered why, well, this is why. Because you pick up on all the energy, and all that energy can also stress your body. You could get headaches, stomach aches, just not feel good, like after being in a big crowd. Anytime you go out in a big crowd, Cancer, it's very important that you balance your energy and put your shields up through that solar plexus, through that fire chakra. All right, so let's pull some more cards. You are worthy. Aim for what you want and believe in yourself. Yes, Cancer. That goes back to that confidence in this fire chakra. You are worthy. You deserve good things. Just because there's people who have not appreciated you for this sacred gift you are to this world doesn't mean that you should let that steal your light and steal your self-worth and value. That is why you're here, because, you know, the balance is so off, and people are just greedy and so self-absorbed and me, and you're bringing them out of that. You're reminding them of their connection to all things by activating them in their water chakra. Remember, love is key. Love what you have in your life right now. And, you know, we saw that where at times you get very hurt with spirit, you get very upset with the universe just because of the state of the world, and like, oh my gosh, like, what is this crazy? You are here to help balance all of that, Cancer. You have great purpose. And the way is clear. Awaken to the power within you. Yes, and that's the fire chakra sitting right here on the sun. Oh, Cancer. You are amazing. You are magical. And embracing every aspect of you and really believing in yourself. Like, I just see you guys having big successes, but you've got to take some risks and learn how to, like, protect your energy a bit more at times. All right, but wow, Cancer, let's pull some cards and see what your heart is trying to tell you. Remove all conditions. There is nothing that you cannot achieve. You'll be encouraging people all day, but in your own head thinking, well, that's true for them, but it's secretly not true for me for some unknown reason. No, Cancer, free yourself. You are already whole. You are. You're a whole ocean. Spirit already told you that. You are an entire ocean, Cancer. And forgive the unforgivable. All right, this is a very heavy card, but it's got a powerful message. You know, you are unique. You are special. There are things that people do that are, it's just unfathomable to you because of the way you're made. Embrace the way you're made and know that even if somebody hurt you, did you wrong, did you dirty, you planted a seed of light within them. And when the time is right, that seed of light will sprout and grow. And all that is taken from you will always return to you in a new form, Cancer. You're blessed with luck and magic with that Jupiter this lifetime, but you're here with a higher mission of helping restore the balance here on the earth plane through love, through healing, through light. All right, let's pull you one final message, Cancer. Know you are safe. I bring you light and I bring you hope. I fill my vase with your fears and worries and release them to the ocean. All is well. Remember that, Cancer. You've got luck on your side. You bring so much light and healing and understanding to this world. Don't think yourself small just because, you know, people have an unawakened consciousness around you and cannot properly appreciate you and love you for the gift you are. At some point along their journey, you know, they will. And, you know, it's said that after a long period, we don't remember somebody for any other reason but how they made us feel. Like, that's what stays with us, right? Is how somebody made us feel. And so at times when somebody really hurts us, it's like we want to give a zinger right back, and you guys can give a zinger like nobody else because you feel everything. So you know what somebody's buttons are, you know what their weak points are, you know how you could slice them with like just a couple words. But that is the feeling that you would leave them with. And that takes away all that light that you gave up to that moment. Just remember that, you know, the horrible feelings that you've been left with. Spirit says forgive the unforgivable. And that's just transmuting that energy within yourself. If somebody poisons the well, they poison the well, right? And it means the forgiveness is like, hey, I'm not going to let this hurt me. I'm not going to harbor any nasty emotions and resentment towards you. I'm going to walk free and I'm going to walk clear. But the well is poisoned and we can't drink from a poisoned well. And that's the truth. You have to walk away from that. And that's part of forgiveness. And some people have done you quite dirty, but it will come back on them, Cancer. It will. So just remember that the feeling you leave people with is the seed you plant them with. And you are here to awaken and ignite consciousness and reconnect humanity into an awareness of how we are all connected. We are all one family. And you have a lot of spiritual support and you come to this life with a lot of luck, all right? So those are your messages, Cancer. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.